What's up, y'all? It's about 10 o'clock right now. Germanfest is just starting. The bike rally. I got to get on my bike here, y'all. One-legged amputee cyclist here. We'll talk as I ride, but I'm running late. I slept late. This bicycle race is about to start. It is starting, so we're gonna join it and hopefully ride 63 miles this morning. Okay, I hear the police cars. They're starting the race. To the starting line. All right, we're gonna go this way. I see them starting over here. They're already starting. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna join the group. Windy day. You see them up ahead starting. Join in with that group and ride this Muenster Germanfest bike rally. I'm gonna hit my Strava started, GPS tracking, start. Okay, we're doing good. Shit. Didn't see that. All right, so we're in. Luckily, that woman saved me from getting clotheslined. Nice of her. Got some wind to fight today. It's not in our face yet like it will be. Get a little congested right here as everyone gears up to climb this hill. Hey, how are you doing?
Good. I'm gonna do the Iowa ride again. I'll settle anything outside.
Yeah, okay. Good seeing you, Tom. Firecracker Classic, huh?
Yeah.
Man. Nice tailwind. Oh man.
Definitely not better. Nothing near as good price. And the
Yeah.
$17 for burger and tots. Tots are lukewarm. Yeah. I paid for my beer. They asked the lady at the parking lot what her meal was. She said her tots and the Ranger closed. Yeah. And I said,
Yeah, I don't know if it's an old guy thing or what. I have found.
I can give that a try. Yeah.
All right, a little straightaway, a little downhill, a lot of tailwind. Enjoy the tailwind.
Well, the silver lining here is that the sun's out.
Sun is out, so you just got to fight today with that wind. But I should be able to get y'all some good footage of the 2023 annual Muenster Germanfest bicycle rally and race. Yeah. wind's blowing from those windmills. That's why we're rolling. Bigger stretch, real big stretch against that wind though. We've got real big. Morning. We're already 3.2 miles in. Good. How you doing? Good. Yeah, yeah. evolved in how I use it. It was originally just to not fall over, then to fight off dogs, and then to help me climb hills. I realized you could do that later on. But yeah, trekking pole, you know, because I can't put that right foot down, and the knee is a gate hinge, free swing. Especially when I slow down, I like to just put that trekking pole down for balance.
Up and over.
Kind of substitute for not having that foot.
Yeah.
I barely made it. I slept late, and when I got here I heard the bell. Everybody was leaving, so I just...
We didn't miss anything except standing around in the cold, so...
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I just jumped off. I almost got clotheslined by one of these barricades though, so luckily one of the officials lifted it up as I was approaching it. Yeah. Yeah, I keep looking at those windmills to remind me of how hard the hills are going to be going the other direction.
At least, you know, that last little assault, maybe 10 miles will be a tailwind. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Usually it's uphill with a headwind.
Yeah, that entire back stretch is going to be the challenge, but you're right. Yeah. Right at the end, we'll have a tailwind. Oh, okay, your dad's riding with you. You got a brother that likes to ride too, right?
No, no brother. Definitely a bunch of guys.
Okay, your dad. Oh, yeah. It's your dad. What's his name? John Bergstrom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's on Strava.
Okay, he may be the one that I've seen that just, I thought, hey, there's Bergstrom, but that's not Tom. That's got to be his brother, so that must be him.
No, that's 82-year-old dad.
All right, great. Pedaling and keeping him young with this bicycle, as long as he doesn't crash.
Yeah, well, he's fallen over before.
Okay.
But yeah, that could be bad.
Yeah.
And I'll fall back in a little bit because
it's nice.
Best just to keep an eye on him, help him with the flat tire and stuff.
Great.
Do it, but
yeah. It helps to have an extra set of hands for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a video last night or the day before yesterday about a man who's 109 years old and rides his bicycle every day.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah, 109 is as old as I've ever heard of. I've heard of people in their 80s and 90s, but they had this video about a man who was 109. Still, he had all this, it looked like he was in a bike rally like this. The video they did this when they did this story on it.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, he's in France. He's French.
Probably eats very small amounts of very high-fat food every day.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably ought to go back.
Red wine.
Yeah, you know, I didn't watch the whole video, so I ought to go back and see what he eats. Maybe they talk about that.
So it's the pace line from the 20-mile race.
Yeah, a lot of, you know, the first time I did this race, I tried to keep up with these guys. And then they all split off at the 20 or 40 mile, and I was by myself. Like, okay, well, I just burned out too many candles for no reason.
Well, so I haven't put anything on Strava yet, which I need to, and need to send an email out. It's going to be the Saturday before the 4th.
Okay.
4th is either on Tuesday or Wednesday this year.
Okay. Huh, so it was on the weekend last year, wasn't it? Sunday, or was it Saturday?
I think 4th was maybe Sunday
Yeah.
or Monday even, but can't really do it on the 4th of July because they do a big parade up there and they block the streets off for almost 30
Yeah, it's too
hours.
crowded around the 4th of July too. It just is really crowded. But that's good. I'll see if I can make it. My wife and I are going through kind of a hard time right now.
Yeah.
And so scheduling it worked out today to do this, but I almost didn't get to do this today. But if I can make it, I will.
Sure. Well, there'll be, like I said, Strava, and I'll send the email out again.
Okay, all right. I saw your last Strava post had a bunch of exotic animals in it. I think that was your last Strava post. I couldn't tell if you had ridden or walked through there or where you were.
Well, last weekend I went to Junction. My uncle's got a ranch down there.
Okay.
So he's got the axis deer on there.
Okay. Did they survive that cold weather 2 years ago pretty well? Because I read that a lot of axis deer took a big hit from the -7 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, they
Texas.
seem to be fine.
Okay.
But I think a lot of animals didn't have offspring as a result of the extreme weather.
Yeah, it did take a toll in other ways
Yeah.
on the ones that didn't kill. All right.
I mean, they could have definitely taken out some of them.
Yeah.
They do a game management survey
Okay.
occasionally, and I haven't seen any results from that.
Okay. I follow some Texas exotics page on Facebook, and I remember them posting pictures of piles of axis deer that are frozen, and
Wow.
said it took the cold wasn't, the axis deer didn't evolve to tolerate that, so really they took a hit.
Well, you know, the axis, there's there's a lot of exotics in Texas.
Yeah.
Axis and fallow are probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Axis, I believe, are from India.
Yeah,
Which
I think so.
definitely has some cold weather in areas.
Yeah.
And other areas are just, it's a huge country.
Yeah.
It's like trying to characterize all of the United States weather.
Yeah. So where do they come from? What part of India? All of India? Or?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Since they seem to have adapted so well to this area, it's got to be a generally warmer area.
Yeah, you don't hear about other states with large exotic populations except Florida with invasive species.
Yeah. Well, in Texas Parks and Wildlife and the Game Warden, they all consider axis and all those exotics to be invasive.
Yeah, that's why you can hunt them year round.
Yeah. Yeah, you can spotlight them. You can do that's anything you'd like, but I mean, we don't. We hunt them like regular hunt.
Yeah. So.
And honestly, we're not down there out of normal season that much. We were down there specifically for spring turkey, but heard them, didn't see a single one, not at least while hunting. I saw them out on the road.
Yeah, I read that Texas is the turkey population in Texas has been declining the last few years, and they haven't figured out why, but studies are ongoing right now to try to figure out why turkeys in Texas, why their populations are going down. My guess is there's some smart coyotes, but I don't know. I saw some wild turkeys about a week ago. I saw 6 of them. My daughter and I were walking down a creek near Marysville, and one flew across the creek in front of us, and then we walked down the creek another mile, and we walked up into a field, and there were 5 of them eating from a cattle trough, and they all took off. But there are some wild turkeys in Cook County for sure.
Well, I even saw 2 quail, which
that's rare.
I haven't seen too many quail down there in a lot
Yeah, no, they're very rare, but I always listen for bobwhite quail on these bicycle rides.
Yeah.
And I have seen a few around and north of Marysville. I don't know if they're released or not, but I've got real close to 2 different ones at 2 different years. And I had this camera running, and I got videos that I uploaded to my YouTube channel of these bobwhite quail. The majority of them I've seen, I've just heard, or they fly off and I never get any footage of them. But these 2, one of them flew up on a fence post and I walked right like within 30 feet of it and stood there, took a video, zoomed in on it. And then another one was, there were several crossing the road and I got behind one of them and it just got right in front of my bicycle, and I followed it for like a quarter mile, like within 3 feet of it. And it was just running along the ground. And that one may have been released into the wild, because I don't see why he would let me get that close. But then he flew off. How far in we are, huh? 7.5.
Yeah.
Yep, it's nice.
For this side.
Yeah.
So I saw a while back you went to some kind of adaptive sports event.
Yeah, the Challenge Athletes Foundation.
Okay.
Their co-founder, you know, this organization helps a lot of people with disabilities get adaptive equipment, and that was a fundraising ride, and I did half of it, or less than half of it. It's actually started in San Francisco, and mainly it was donors and big time fundraisers who were in that, about 150 of them, and then they had 27 of some of their, who they consider their biggest success stories. And we rode down the California coast raising funds, really, and so they raised, I'm not a good fundraiser, I just rode, but yeah, they rose $1.8 million just with the bicycle ride.
Wow.
And so when we finished, then they had a triathlon that raised $1.3 million, and I participated in that too.
Wow, so the tri got as much as a multi-day bike ride.
Yeah, because that's a really big adaptive event where they bring in people with disabilities to do that too. And I may have been the only disabled person who did both, but that's the first year I've ever been to the Challenge Athletes Foundation headquarters. where they put on their biggest fundraisers. And so I got to meet a lot of these people who make it happen, who are donors, or who do put on the race and do a lot of fundraising. And so
I bet they were pretty impressed with your homemade stuff.
they were, and what they want to do this year is have me make some stuff that they can auction off. And I'm trying to explain to them that I can't make legs for people because I don't have a license. You know, this is backyard stuff that I could get sued for. And really, you know, I posted videos on Facebook of me making my own artificial legs, and the state of Texas regulatory board set up a sting and they got a guy posing as an amputee, called me, tried to get me to build him a leg in my garage.
I saw you on YouTube yesterday.
Oh, yesterday? Yeah, that's from 2021 video.
God bless you.
Good, thank you.
You're my hero.
Thanks. But anyway, I passed the sting. You know, I didn't sell this guy any artificial legs, but he said, okay, Aaron, well, you've passed our test, and we've got 19 lawyers on speaker. You're on speakerphone, and we're
the hell off of my line and never called me again. You know.
Well, I said, well, okay. I said, while you've got me on this sting, what can I and can't I do? And as far as building legs, if I want to help somebody out, you know, if I want to build them a leg in my garage, they said, well, you don't have the insurance to do that, and it's too dangerous, just don't do it. So. What's that?
Can you advise people on how to make their own, or?
Oh yeah, I could, but you know that all the components I make myself, and they say that they put them through rigorous testing, but they make them in India and they ship them over in bulk, and they're all weak. They're real weak. What I make's real strong and lasts a long time, you know. So, but that's these guys who run the Challenge Athletes Foundation. They're helping buy all this stuff, and they're seeing me with something I made in my garage, and they're like, oh my God, we've got to get you making those for our athletes, and your peg legs. The kids love the peg legs. We need you to make the peg legs. And I'm like, well, that's all great if you can figure out how to take my risk out of the equation, because they're threatening to sue me and fine me just for making them in my garage.
Well, get the adaptive, this group.
Yeah.
Fund your insurance and get your license.
Yeah, well, you know, they met with me a few days ago. That one of the co-founders drove to Gainesville, took my family out to Cracker Barrel, and he proposed this idea of me making the legs and bringing them and auctioning them off at the next fundraiser so that they can give them to people. And I was like, well, that's great, but there's this huge risk, and we got to get around that, and you got to help me figure that out. So maybe he will.
I mean, look, they raised $3 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay for your insurance.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not.
Actually, you could join their group.
Well, I didn't go to school to build legs and get a license to do it. So, but there's got to be a way working with leg builders to get it done. But he said I want to get you famous for these kind of artificial legs, the peg legs and the cycling knees. And I was like, that sounds great, but you know, logistically, I told him about this whole sting that the state of Texas set up trying to get me in trouble, and I said it would be, you got to get over that hurdle. So
Yeah, just.
but he was saying, yeah, we could.
Go legit.
He's trying to figure it out. He's saying, well, they'd have to be sold as cosmetic and not, you know, I don't know. I mean, things can go wrong. Like nobody's ever built them. I've had problems with them, and that all the research and development is me, you know. So there's like my wooden peg legs, they have one, they're great, but they have one problem, and that's that if you're on like a wooden deck, when it rains, your foot gets real slippery. Yeah. The tip of that peg. So if someone was to slip and fall and I didn't have insurance, then I could get in trouble. But things like that I think about when he says, oh, let's just make them and start churning them out. It's like, wait a minute. So yeah, that's where we're in the process of maybe that'll go somewhere. But he wants me to come down, do that fundraiser again this year. And they paid for everything, you know, as far as just their nice hotels and the airplane and every little thing. But you know, I felt bad because everybody else, except maybe a few other disabled people, but everybody else is raising like at least $50,000. So I tried to raise money, but my little sphere of money raising isn't. Be lucky to produce a few $100s, and so they're looking for big donations.
You know, you might be surprised. I mean, look at these guys riding by saying you're the hero.
Yeah. You never know. Yeah.
They're all on Strava and I'm not on Facebook or anything like that, but I'm sure.
Well, that one saw my YouTube video. I made a YouTube video in 2021 about this bicycle race ride, and so I noticed it was getting some views this week because this race is coming up, so people are just trying to get a feel for it. But oh yeah, I'm optimistic about the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that group sounds like a excellent launching platform. I mean,
yeah, I hope so. The Challenge Athletes Foundation has been helping me for years, though, since before I ever knew I could ride a bike. They're helping me with running blades for running. So you gotta be careful here.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually pull off and see where my dad is.
All right, great talking to you.
Yeah.
Are you planning? What distance are y'all doing today?
60's the goal.
Okay, well maybe I'll see you climbing up a hill further down the road, but if not, it's great talking to you.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, you too.
On your left.
All right.
Taking his clothes off.
We got a wardrobe change.
Right, so now we got a little headwind, not too much, but it's definitely more than what we did have. We were straight up tailwind all the way to this point, and we are 11 miles in. 11 miles in. Quite a hill right here. Long two-tiered hill. crosswind, it's gonna be a headwind.
How are you?
Good, how are you? But not anytime soon. It's gonna be a crosswind for quite a ways, and then we'll have a really long back stretch with a lot of hills and a lot of headwind. That will be the character builder right there. We find out this, well, I think it'll probably shut a few people down, hopefully not me, but it's gonna be tough. A long sheltered hill, sheltered from the wind pretty well. This hill is. That's good. Starting to level out a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Still got a ways to climb though. It's not quite as steep as what's behind us. Finally to the top of that long hill we just climbed. awesome decline right here. Long one. I don't know how I still managed to have so many people behind me. But, you know, I guess we just got into the race just in the nick of time. So I guess still got a lot of people behind me.
Times.
All right.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
I'm John, Tom's dad.
Nice to meet you, John.
Yeah, I rode 4th of July with you.
Okay. Cool. Nice to meet you, John.
Yeah, it's good to meet you. You coming up again?
Yeah, I think so. Unless I got 4 kids and a wife. I may have to watch the kids. You know, I got lucky. I was able to come today. She took them all to a funeral in Nocona. I was able to do this, but that's the plan. You know, if I can do it, I will. I just can't ever. When I'm a cat herder, I gotta predict the cats before I can make a commitment. So.
Well, get somebody to die about the 1st of July, and you got a baby.
Oh, knock on wood.
Yeah, have a good ride.
You too. You too.
I'm sure we'll see you.
Yeah.
Anytime.
All right. Yeah. Uh-oh, doggies up on the road. in the community of Roston now. R-O-S-T-O-N, Roston. Looks like they've got a post office right there, a feed store. Post office sign. That's a pretty cool looking store, old looking. I've never been to it. One of these days, not gonna stop there today, but yeah. Old settlement, Roston. Wildflowers, buttercups, Indian paintbrushes. A lot of flowers.
Good job, good job.
Thank you. Good, how are you doing? Good. Good.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah?
Hell yeah. Have a great ride, man.
You too, thanks. center. So there were two communities. One was called Ralston and one was called something Point, and they built a community center between the two communities and hybridized the name into Ross Point. I think the name that started with Point, that community is fizzled more than Ralston has, although they both fizzled. So we'll see what that other community is here pretty soon. Flowers. It's not like this every year, but we've got some good rains at just the right time that the flowers are really out. The wildflowers are looking good.
Yeah, car doesn't want to patch.
Okay. All right, I see this wagon up in this yard up ahead. I built this wagon, y'all. This wagon is connected to me losing my leg, really, because I built this wagon for the horses that bucked me off and the one that drugged me and broke my leg. The reason I ended up in the hospital, but they were Clydesdale horses, and that wagon right there, I built it and I was going to use it to pull. The horses were going to pull it, so I don't know how it ended up there. I sold it on Craigslist, but there it is. It's someone's yard art. Can't get enough of these wildflowers, this greenery. Ugh. Prairie Point, that's the name of the other community I was talking about. The other community west of Ralston is Prairie Point. But there's just a few houses, I mean, and an intersection. None of these communities are what they used to be. Everything's become centralized. The small communities, people just have to leave over the generations. Industries that sustained them back in the day no longer exist. So there's our rest stop. Church of the Nazarene.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. They got people stopped up here for some reason. It looks like a team of cyclists that came here to ride together. They're probably helping somebody fix a flat or something. We're just gonna ride on past them. I don't think they were speaking English. Foreign team. I'm sure they'll catch up with me and we'll get to hear them speak a little. Of course, if they talk to me, they probably will assume that I speak English, and some of them probably can too. They were talking to each other in a foreign language.
How's it going?
Good.
I watched your YouTube video of this ride a couple years ago that you did.
Good. Good.
Actually, I shouldn't assume, but I should assume that's you. But
Yeah, it is me. Yeah, good. I hope you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Good, good. Thank you for letting me know.
Hey man, you're the one with the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Man, I've watched you do this rally for like 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. So, yeah, I may make a YouTube video this ride if I get time to do it, because I keep my camera going all the time for security, and I realize, oh, it's some good footage, and
Yeah.
I enjoy making videos. So thank you.
My aunt lost a leg to diabetes.
Oh, your aunt
And
did. Okay.
she kind of lost a lot of her spunk in her.
Yeah, I understand.
It was a lot of Eve.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
And I sent her your videos,
Good.
and she bought a bike like 3 months ago.
Awesome.
So you're the man, dude.
Awesome. Well, did she lose hers below the knee or above the knee?
She lost it above.
Oh, okay. Well,
A little different, but
yeah. Well, I am above the knee too.
oh right.
Technically,
Good deal.
through the knee, just above the knee joint. So I had to make a prosthetic knee joint. I made it myself, but yeah, she can still do it. You know, even with a prosthetic knee joint and free swing phase, she can do it. One thing you might tell her is I use this trekking pole.
Yeah.
Well,
I told her.
yeah, I mean, if she wants to ride an upright, she's got it. Her foot's going to be strapped into the pedal. She's got a knee and free swing, so when she stops, if she puts this down, balance-wise, it's a substitute for not having that foot
Right.
to put down.
Right.
That's why I started carrying this pole.
Yeah. That's awesome. Especially on hills like these.
Yeah, it helps
watched-
on those too. Yeah, so I started out just trying to not fall over,
Yeah.
and then found other uses for the trekking pole.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really innovative the way you were kind of like basically skied your way up hills, you know?
Yeah, it helps thrust for sure. It saves that good knee, the real knee, especially in really long races. I've done some that are, well, I attempted to unbound 200 last year. I made it 154 miles into it.
Dude, that's sick.
And up those hills, you know, you wear your knee out.
Yeah.
But if I have this to help me, it saves that knee. It gives a lot more longevity to a ride like that.
Man, well, congrats.
Thanks.
How you feeling so far today?
Oh, I feel good. I just overslept. I got here and just jumped into the race after the gun went off. Luckily, I didn't get clotheslined by this barricade as I came in from a side street. One of the race officials lifted it up for me.
Nice.
But I didn't see it, so I'm lucky she saw that I was going to make that mistake. Corrected it, so yeah, I'm feeling good though. Just looking forward to fighting that headwind.
Wait, this isn't the headwind?
Well, I guess it changed, and I don't know. It is, yeah, it's the headwind.
Thank God.
When we started out, it seemed to be coming right out of the north.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully it turns into a crosswind for that back stretch.
Yeah. You're doing the full century?
That's the plan.
Nice.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah. This is my first time doing this.
Okay, all right.
That's how I found your videos, just looking at the course.
Awesome. Well, I have a Camelback with a lot of electrolytes in it. And I bring protein bars. And the first time I did this, I started to really cramp up.
Yeah.
At about St. Joe, and then luckily there were people that shared protein bars with me on that first ride I did. But yeah, it's a lot of climbing, so yeah, this is really the first big race that I did, and then I started doing other races. But I think it was 2018, the first bicycle race as an amputee. This was it. Yeah, I hope your aunt gets to feeling more optimistic about her situation.
Not to be presumptuous, but if you do make a video and this part makes it in, she'd love to see that.
Okay, yeah, if you want to be in the video, I'll put you in it. Not everybody does want to be in the video, but yeah, I'd love to put you in it. Great, awesome, yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully the wind doesn't mess with the sound too much, but yeah, we'll do that. I'll do it.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. So, yeah, for her, the name of the game is just like, for me, they told me I just have to give up cycling. When I lost my leg, they said, just give that up. That's off the table now. So I believe that for the first 7 years.
Yeah, isn't that terrible how long you go?
Yeah, and you got to listen to these doctors, you know, and because they're the ones taking the legs off. They're just like, oh, you got to. I mean, they were really good doctors, and they did the right thing, but there's a lot more that's possible with determination than people realize. And man, once I got going, I realized this is the best kind of mobility, really. Like, I was like, I need to make this my wheelchair and start going everywhere. But nobody does that, so it is federally protected, like if I want to go anywhere in public, but nobody does it, so nobody realizes that. So people will be like, no bikes allowed in here or there, but you can use it to go pretty much anywhere the public's allowed to go.
I had no idea.
Yeah, when you got a mobility disability like that. But yeah, it's really, you know, you lose your leg, you had it all your life, and then it's just depressing, and you don't know how you're going to move forward. But with time and optimism, you figure it out one day at a time. It just slowly happened.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That was kind of her deal. Is she was told by so many nurses and PT physicians that, hey, you know, like, a normal life is still available, but they all had 2 legs, so you know, it was like, so it was difficult for her to take that advice.
Yeah, it is. It really is. You know, you get a lot of encouragement from people who've never been there. It's
right,
like,
precisely.
Well, it's hard to know if know what they're talking about.
All right, I'm gonna burn a match.
Okay, good talking to you. Maybe I'll catch up with you later.
All right, man.
Good luck. old Choa? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an e-bike. He uses an e-bike. He goes about twice as fast as me with that thing. But I know
good.
Larry.
You're doing good.
Thanks. I keep up with Larry real well. We've known each other for years.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Well, y'all, I broke my gear shifter. Damn it. It may be it for me today, y'all. My gear shifter broke. I can't shift gears, darn it. So I may have to call for help. At least have to stop and see if I can fix it some way. Looks like my rear derailleur cable snapped, so I may be out of business, y'all. I'm gonna pull over. Just trying to get up the road a little bit. I don't know, maybe I can make it on into Forestburg. Stop at their country store. Be a good place to assess the situation. assess the situation. Get over here in the shade on this bench right here and just check out my bicycle. See exactly what we've got going on here. It feels like the cable broke on the rear derailleur. I'm sure it did somewhere. I just got to find out where. All right, there it is, folks. Cable broke inside of the shifter right there. So that means I'm dead in the water and I'm gonna have to call for a rescue because I don't know how to fix that. I don't have what it takes to fix that on me. Well, the good news is we had a beautiful first 22.78 miles to get to Forestburg, but I snapped my rear derailleur cable, and so I'm gonna have to call for a rescue. But we found a good place to chill out on a bench in the shade while I wait for my rescue to get here. So I'm gonna call him, and yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday. It just goes like this is the way it goes sometimes. So yeah, major mechanical issue. So I'd rather have it happen here than a lot of other places where it could be even less convenient. Oh, y'all headed to Muenster by chance? Anybody? I got a broken bicycle, so I gotta get back to Muenster. But
I don't, but I can.
Oh, I hate to make you go.
I'm going halfway, Bubba.
Really, halfway is good enough.
I'll take you over there. Come on.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got a gear shifter that broke, so. But I'd hate to make you go out of your way though. Because,
ain't no big deal.
Okay, all right.
I'm going halfway that way. I'll take you over there.
What's that? Yeah.
Not only you got a broke bicycle, you got a damn broke leg.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's this gear shifter here. I can't get up those hills without it. So. Throw this back.
You got it, man. Yeah, I got it.
I really appreciate you.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Just.
Where you from?
Gainesville.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, not too far.
Hey, get in the back. Get, no, hey, get in the
buddy.
back. Possum, get in the back. Get in the
Possum.
back. Good boy.
Awesome.
Good boy.
Awesome possum.
Good boy. Sit down.
Hey, possum. Hey, possum. Yeah. Good boy.
Good boy, Possum.
What's that?
Hey, good boy.
Yes, good boy, possum.
He is. He's a good one. I think we better go this way, though, because
Okay.
if we go that way, we're going to be following all them bicycles.
Yeah, you're right. You have to follow all those bicycles.
We go this way and hit
Yeah. You're going.
7, then we'll be good.
Yeah, they should stay in their lane, you know, so you'd be going in the.
I'm not going the other way.
Yeah.
No, sucks.
Damn.
What happened to your leg, man?
I was in a horse riding accident, and then I got it.
riding?
Yeah, horse riding, where I got drugged. I got it caught in the stirrup,
Oh, shit.
and luckily it came out, but it broke my leg real bad. And then the doctor in Gainesville, he kind of messed it up because
Oh, hell.
he cut into it, and then it got an infection. And he swore up and down it wasn't infected when it was, and because it went so long with an infection, it ate up a lot of bone. And
Oh,
then
hell, they lost it, huh?
yeah, that's why. So I've done this bike. This is the 4th time I've done this bike race, but this is the first time I've had this problem. But you know, it just happens.
Oh, shit happens.
Things go wrong with everything that's man-made. So.
Yeah, we run a farm.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of, I understand about stuff happening.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, recumbent. Or yeah, that's those bikes don't have to deal with as much headwind when they're down low like that.
They're way down, huh?
Yeah, they don't have to deal with the wind as much. So.
Dang, how many people's in it today?
They usually have like 2,000 or 3,000 people that sign up for it. Probably about 2,500 at least.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize there were so many people behind me. So I keep my video camera running because crazy things happen on bike rides, and
Crazy people in cars.
yeah, cars or their dogs, just crazy people swerve at you and stuff.
Is that unreal, dude?
Yeah, and then dog, you know, some people, their dogs will attack you, and then they're like okay with that. They just.
I'll get off and beat the shit out of that dog.
Yeah, well, if you do that, they'll say, oh, I've had a guy, he said, oh, he came up in my yard and assaulted my dog, and I was like, no, I got a video to prove his dog ran out in the road and attacked me, you know. So
That's screwed up.
yeah.
Oh, nobody likes the bicycle riders.
Yeah, I don't
understand. I'm like, hey,
yeah.
it's a free fucking world.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? They have the right of way. Friggin' respect it. No, I'm gonna run them some bitches off the road and shoot them the finger, you know. And I'm like, why do you do that?
Oh yeah, people do that to me, you know, and I've got one leg and I'm out there, and it's just you're not shielded by all this metal, you know, when you're on a bike. It's just you're just real vulnerable. So yeah, so you're kind of at everybody's mercy. If someone wants to chase you down in their vehicle,
in trouble.
Yeah, so it's dangerous, but
I like riding. I've been riding bikes my whole life, you know.
okay.
Big bikes.
Yeah, that's great too. You get out and the wind in your face.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The freaking cars will just not even act like you're there.
Yep,
Get out,
right.
It's like, get out of my way, dude, here I come. Oh shit. I don't know how many cars I've kicked dents in their doors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're idiots.
Yeah, well, that's why people like to do these races like this, because they can at least not be alone out there.
A lot of people ride.
Yeah, a lot of people riding together, it kind of increases your odds of being able to not deal with people like that. But I do a lot of rides by myself. I've come through here, and yeah, I just gotta be real careful. I usually ride on gravel roads just because there's less traffic.
Right.
But still, even there, you run into
idiots.
Yeah, so.
Well, they're all over the world.
But it's good exercise, though. I just like it. You know, having this disability, I feel just really blessed that I can do it. So I try to
even go out and do it. You're right.
Yeah, so. You mind if I include you in my video?
No, sir. You can whatever you want.
Okay, what's your name?
Mike.
Mike? Okay. Aaron Smith. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you. Just glad I can help you.
Thank you so much. You were headed to St. Joe?
No, I live right over here on 343.
Okay.
And I was headed home. So
Okay. That's the road that leads to Myra, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's on.
Further down?
Yeah, that's on further down.
All right.
343 is a little country road up here.
Oh yeah, okay. Real gravel road. All right.
Exactly.
All right.
And I see bikes coming down in a lot.
Yeah, I may have come down it. Yeah, so I think I have. Man, I had no idea how many people were behind me. A lot of people in this one.
This old man up here is always griping about y'all, you know, about bikes. I mean, he just throws a fit all the time.
Which man?
I'll show you.
Oh. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, but yeah, they.
No, I tell
Yeah, that's just the way it's always been.
80 years old.
Yeah, I hope I don't get plowed over by somebody like that someday. But
I tell him all the time, leave those people alone, man. They're in the way and they won't get out of the way. They don't have to. You have to.
Yeah.
Respect bicycles.
I try to get out of the way as much as I can, but
Sure.
you know the law is you can, you know, bicyclists can just ride on the road. We don't have to have a license or anything, you know. So that's just the way it is. But yeah, I've ridden in some real dangerous places. Last summer I rode, you know, because I've got this disability, there's an organization that helps people with disabilities called the Challenged Athletes Foundation, and they're based in California, in San Diego. And they flew me down to do this ride from Santa Barbara to San Diego, which was about 250 miles down the California coast. And it is so crowded there. I mean, they have bike lanes, but nobody pays attention. They're all texting. And it's just, I went through these just really highly populated areas where people were just flying by, almost hitting me. They got real close to getting hit. Several people did get hit. I didn't, but
1489. Is that 1489 of them, or is that just a number?
Where'd you see a number?
In front of that bicycle.
Oh, that's probably the number.
1862 on his back.
1862. Okay, that's probably the number. They probably start with number 1, 2,
Right.
and just sell numbers as they go, and that's probably, you know, that's the number that person, the order they were in as they signed up, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure how those numbers work, but I think that's how they work. But there's different races too. Like there's people that ride, like I was in the 63-mile race, but there's a 22-mile and a 40-mile.
Right.
So
This old man right here.
oh really?
Yeah, he just drives.
In this house?
Right there.
Oh.
This up front.
Hey, you know that grumpy old man? You see that? Okay, that wagon. I built that wagon. That's in his yard. That white wagon. I don't know if you noticed. He's got a white wagon in his yard, and that's the wagon I built for my horses to pull. The horses that bucked me off and caused me to lose this leg.
Oh, really?
And so I sold that wagon on Craigslist, and somehow it ended up in his yard. He didn't buy it from me, but I built it. He's got a horse-drawn carriage sitting in his yard. It's white. It's white.
Oh, I see it all the time. Because at Christmas, he puts his Christmas decorations.
Yeah, he puts all his
he puts the Halloween decorations.
Yes, yeah, I've noticed that.
That's all he does. That's all he got it for. See, here's 343.
So okay, yeah, I've ridden down this road.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the other end of that.
All right. Yeah, I've ridden down that road. Beautiful road.
It is. It is really nice.
Yeah.
I live in a barn down there, way back on Clear Creek in the woods.
Okay.
I bought a barn. I bought two
Yeah,
barns.
that's neat. That's neat.
They're side by side. I turned one barn into a house.
Yeah.
The other barn's my shop.
All right. That's awesome. You gotta love it out here. It's beautiful. Well, I'm sorry to hear that guy feels that way, but next time you see him, tell him that a cyclist that I built, I used my welder, and I built that thing from nothing. And it was...
I know the guy that built that wagon.
Yeah, you do. And the reason I built it, I had 2 Clydesdale horses, and I was going to have them pull that wagon. But I was riding one Clydesdale and ponying the other one, and you know, leading it on a halter, and they both blew up, and they bucked me off and drugged me and broke my leg, and then I got a hospital-acquired infection, so I had to sell the horses and the wagon and everything. He might be happy about it. Oh, that's good to know, a cyclist. Good. But I wasn't a cyclist then. I didn't learn how to ride a bike, or I didn't get into riding bikes till like 7 years after I lost my leg. But it was back in 2011 that I had this, or 2011 that the accident happened. So, but yeah, last year I was riding out here with a friend, and I saw that wagon, and I pulled over, and I was telling my friend about that wagon, how that I built the wagon, and that's part of my story, really. You know, I was going to try to get those horses pulling it, but it was so big and heavy, they probably would have never enjoyed pulling that wagon. But yeah, I bought the wagon from a guy named Andy Pop. His family owns metal sales on Highway 82, and his dad died, and he had all these. There was like a fertilizer tank on that thing, and so I bought it and cut the wheels off, put new wheels on, and put that grate on top of it. And I did a lot of work on it, but yeah, that's his yard ornament now. Yeah, this road's a tough one to ride a bicycle on, because I can see why he may be driving along and all of a sudden he's up on a bicycle, his tail.
No,
you know?
he's a dick.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all there are to it. Anybody like this is just a pure dick.
Yep, I agree.
I told him. I said,
agree.
if I'm on a bicycle, you do that to me, I'm whipping your old ass.
What
That's
do you...
all they are to it.
Yeah.
And then they'll get you for senior citizen abuse. I said, they'll get me for it then.
Yeah, well, I get everybody on video. Like I have people... I have people swerve at me, and I'll put them up on YouTube, the video, and blow up their license plate.
There you go.
And people have gotten back to me and asked me to take down my YouTube videos, and I'm like, no, you did that. and that's up there forever now. So, but yeah, I've had people swerve at me, come at me, and throw up all the rolling coal. You know, rolling coal when they blow all the diesel smoke. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, but I do put that on YouTube, and I blow up the license plates, and that has worked a lot because people will do it over and over again, and I'll get it over and over again, and then it shows that this person does it all the time, and then their friends will see it, and then they'll call them, and then they'll contact me and ask me to take it down, and I'm like, no, that's just what I do, and I leave it up forever. Yeah. So, but yeah, I've shut down a lot of people who've repeatedly swerved at me and tried to make it a game, but put me in danger because they don't realize that I can't escape.
Yeah, you really can't even fucking run, you know, if you had to.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
If you're messing with you, it'd be hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I go in the ditch sometimes, but that can be dangerous. You know, you may have a ditch where there's a drop off or something, so you can't do that. Yeah. Possum is well behaved. You're a beautiful dog, Possum. Man, you take good care of Possum.
Border Collie and Pit Bull.
He's Collie, Pit Bull?
Border Collie and Pit Bull, yeah.
All right. Yeah, a lot of Pit Bull mixes. The last dog I had was a Pit Bull mix. They just, if you'd adopt a dog, the chances are there's gonna have a little Pit Bull in it these days.
Yeah, they are.
It's just real common. I have German Shepherds now.
Oh yeah. I wanted a Border Collie. My little sister had one. I said, well, if you have pups, I want one.
Yeah.
She called me my dog's friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, you know. Picked me out a boy when
yeah.
So she sent me a picture of it and said, hey, I picked you out this one right here.
Yeah, he's real pretty.
I'm like, well,
doesn't look like a Border Collie.
No Border Collie, short hair, you know.
Yeah.
She goes, well, brother, this is his dad. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, he's
a real good natured dog.
Best dog I've ever had.
Yeah, that's great.
He's a hell of a cow dog.
Yeah.
We work a lot of cows.
Okay.
That's all he wants to do is work cows.
Yeah. That's great.
He's my buddy.
Possum the cow dog.
He goes everywhere. He's a chick magnet.
Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah. You know, that's how I got my wife, is with a dog. Seriously, she liked the dog more than me. I had a dog similar color to this. He's an Australian Shepherd, and I had him doing all these tricks, and I went into Tractor Supply one day with him, and I met my wife, and I had my dog do all these tricks for her, and she just fell in love with the dog, and so she figured I'd come with the dog. But yeah, dogs are great. Great chick magnets.
Well, I'm a single guy.
Friends, yeah.
You know, I don't have a wife, don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, okay. Well, you may end up with one with this dog. He's really good natured.
I mean, everybody wants to get too serious. I'm too old to get serious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, maybe if the right one came along.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I was just gonna say that. Those new e-bikes, I don't have one, but I know a guy who's missing his leg, and he rides twice as fast as I do. He's a lot older than I am, and he loves his e-bike. I'm sure they really help you get up the hills and go against the wind.
I had an old Mexican dude in Forestburg. I was hit with him, and he had an old bicycle leaning up against a tree.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey man, you want that bicycle, you can have it. So I said, what kind is it? It's electric. So I went over there and looked at it. It's a heavy ass, it's older, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, they can
And
get.
it wouldn't work. It didn't have a charger. You know, a lot of shit was wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I took it home there, charged up on it, got out there, took the large out of it, got me a 12-volt battery and mounted on the back of it. And you hook that ground wire up to the battery.
Yeah.
And you get on the bike and start riding it down the road and reach back there and hook that positive wire up and hang on, baby, here we go.
Oh, really? It works good. Okay.
I don't have, you know, I can't make it all work.
That's neat.
But
That's
I
neat.
just reach back there and hook that on.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool shit.
Yeah, those are expensive bikes, so you got lucky to find somebody to just give you one, that, and then you'll be able to fix it. Yeah, that's neat.
It is cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've never tried an e-bike, but I know I would love it if I got one, but I'm trying to do 100% my exercise.
Well, I'm going to get me one of those little chargers, you know, so I can put in a little sun charger deal, put on that battery, and maybe it'll keep it charged, and I, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll charge it fast enough I can ride it and keep it charged.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think, Possum? You found a new friend? You got a new friend?
Need a possum. Good boy. You got some pretty flowers here for your flower bed, huh?
Well, I buy stuff that comes back every year.
Yeah.
All that's
great.
supposed to.
Boy,
So next year it'll all come back.
yeah.
And the guy in town there at Farsburg, you seen the little vineyard place there?
Yeah, yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay, yeah. That was the
I
place
haven't
right
never
on the
seen
corner.
these.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool, but all of these are supposed to return next year.
Okay.
Keep coming back year after year.
Good. I appreciate your help, just trying to help me out.
Yes, sir. I don't mind.
Bunch of cattle out there. It's a big group of cattle.
Yeah, they are. We got a lot of cattle. We probably got 3,000 head right now.
Did you say 3,000?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, a bunch. We're starting to plow and plant hay and everything.
So when you say we, I guess that's a lot of, got to be a lot of land for 3,000 cattle.
Yeah,
Are you a ranch
that guy that was
manager?
hollering at the store.
Yeah.
Gave it, and that other guy. I
Yeah.
worked with them.
Okay.
And I work with them, and we just run cows.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just me and Dave.
Okay. So y'all just run cows?
We buy yearlings like those,
Yeah.
and but we go to sale and buy the weakest, poorest thing there. You get them for cheap,
Yeah.
and if you can get them fat,
Yeah.
you're making money, brother. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So I guess you do you own or lease land to
No,
put
he
them on?
owns. He does lease a little,
Yeah.
but he owns most of his land.
Yeah. So y'all buy them like in February or April
No,
or?
it's go every Monday at a sale.
Okay.
Go to the sale every Monday and every Thursday.
All right. You sell them every Monday and Thursday
No,
too, or?
no.
Right.
We'll build up a big truckloads of them.
Yeah.
And there'll be 4, 5, 18-wheelers show up.
Okay.
Load them up when we sell them. What's up, man?
Doing a Muenster?
Yes, sir.
You want to get around these bicycles?
I'm just.
Okay,
He's broke down, and I'm taking him to Muenster,
go
brother.
right ahead.
That's George Spaeth there.
Thank you.
He's got a lot of land too.
Oh, yeah.
He raises cattle, runs a lot of cattle. Or his family does. They own a lot of land. But, so y'all have 18-wheeler come in and take the cattle.
Yeah, and
right?
I mean, we got, they might be 4 18-wheelers show up, whoever, you know.
Yeah, that's neat.
We load them up, they leave.
That's a little kid on the bike here. That's neat.
That, ain't it?
Yep.
My truck is one of those.
Standard shift. Yeah, I don't.
Black smokers you was talking about.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I have to take it easier. I'll
Yeah,
smoke
okay.
that.
So it may not always be on purpose that somebody does that. It may just be because they
Most of
just.
the time.
Most of the time
it's
it is
be on purpose.
Okay.
Because right now we're not smoking nobody out. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just every now and then I have somebody get right in front of me and they just all this smoke.
Yeah.
I guess that's got to be on purpose.
We're just gouging on it. But right now, if I was gouging on mine,
Yeah.
that whole lane up there would be black.
Okay. yeah, yeah.
And that would just, you know, drive me crazy.
Yeah.
To know that I accidentally freaking hit a bike rider.
Yeah. I feel the same way. You know, I'll be driving my truck out in the middle of nowhere and come up on a cyclist. It's. I can see both points of view, but you just got to be careful. You got to keep your head on a swivel, whether you're on a bicycle or in a vehicle, a regular vehicle. But it just, if you get hit and you're on a bicycle, there's nothing to shield you from the devastation. So you're probably going to die or get really hurt.
Right here. Downhill, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, downhill with a tailwind. That's what you want. So yeah, we climbed this hill earlier this morning.
Well, when you go down that hill that goes to Clear Creek, it's a good thing you don't have to climb that one. But then you got to come around and come up 1630 up to Martin's Bluff, huh?
Martin's Bluff on 1630. I'm not sure which. Oh, that's between. Okay, yeah, I know where you're talking about. That you just gotta. I don't think you have to come up that bluff on this road. Maybe you do if you're. I think you do if you're in the 40 mile. That's the 40-mile race where you got to come up that big bluff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
right
mean,
to the top of that bluff.
Yeah.
343 that we've seen over here on 922.
Yeah.
That's where it goes to 1630.
Okay.
When we get to the top of the bluff, it's 343.
Yeah. I think maybe the 40 milers have to go up that bluff. But yeah, it's just tough. You just gotta put it in the granny gear. That's why I had to bail on this race, because my rear derailleur broke.
Oh, you didn't
and
have
so
that gear.
I didn't have that granny gear. So I've got 27 speeds. I put in the easiest speed where I can just spin. Right. And I use that trekking pole and I pull my way up and just pedal, and it just goes slow, you know. Yeah. Yeah, there's some big dudes in this race. Yeah, there's some big people. They just, all body styles seem to like cycling. But you know, the name of the game is trying to keep moving and getting in shape and lose weight and stuff. So a lot of people get into cycling and just getting started.
Go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, go to Sandia Peak during the summertime.
Yeah.
Rent a bicycle and ride it down the ski slopes.
Down the ski slopes.
So much fun.
Was that a mountain bike?
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Man.
Huh.
But I was 30 then.
Yeah. Yeah.
60 now.
Okay.
Got it quite doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I really want to.
Yeah.
My mind ain't 60, but I am 60.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to take too big a risk. You want to live to be 80, so, or longer, or 100.
It hurts now.
Yeah.
Used to just bounce up. Oh boy, that was rubbish. It's how cool that was. Now it's like, oh shit, I can't move.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at two little kids in the back of that trailer there. Wow,
he's
real young.
It now.
Yeah.
He's a humping it.
Yep.
Well, I don't want to mash it up.
Yeah, I bet, you know, a lot of the people who live here that don't know or ever ride bikes, they probably do get annoyed, but it's raised a lot of money for Muenster. Each entry is like 50 bucks. Each of these people pay.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful time of year. And there's the Dallas police force out here riding with this group. There's just a lot of people. There's people from other countries. This is a big race. It draws a lot of people. It's famous. It's been around so long that it's just got a following. So. It's not always this green though, and it's a beautiful year. It's little windy this year.
It's
A little windy.
Yesterday morning started out nice and sunshiny, and about 10:30 it was cold and raining at the house.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the heck?
It's a big e-bike. Fat tire e-bike back there. But yeah, I was gonna go through St. Joe and way up, you know, north of Bolcher and come around. These people, I guess, are doing either the 22-mile or the 40-mile route. But yeah, it's just people on all these roads. You think you'll get back in, or maybe into riding a bike? Dude, maybe you might get into this. You might enjoy it.
I ride at the house.
You got a motorcycle.
Well, I got a motor bicycle too.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll ride down from 343 a couple of miles. I don't do it as regular as I should, but I've been doing it more often.
Yeah.
And I just like it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Like I said, I go to Albuquerque to stay for a few days and ride those mountain bikes down those snows. It's the most fun I've ever had.
You still do that?
No.
Okay, you did that. Okay. So you are a cyclist. You just haven't been doing it lately. Haven't lately.
Go up there and rent the bicycle, but they got top-notch stuff. You know?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I took one up there one time, but by the time I got through riding, it was tore off the ground.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you go up there and they got nice bikes.
Yeah, yeah.
Expensive but nice. And you just rent it, get you a helmet,
Yeah.
put it on the back of the ski lift. When you get to the top, get off and ride down the trail.
Yeah, you know, I may try that one of these days, but you know, missing a leg, I try to keep it kind of like, I try not to do too much technical stuff.
Yeah,
and
we do too.
Yeah, and that's kind of technical when you got all these possibilities to crash. You know?
I promise you, I've wrecked and rolled down that hill.
Yeah, yeah. I try to just kind of stay.
I wear helmet, elbow
safe.
pad, knee pad. I mean,
Yeah, I might try something like that.
That's fun. Well, you can stay on the easier courses. You know what I mean? You don't got to take that.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of easier stuff. You can go down the green trail over there, and it's just a road. You know, it's just really nice. But then you can go like skiing. Have you ever been snow skiing? You can go.
Yeah, yeah. If you could turn,
climbing, or you can go this or that.
Yeah. If you could turn right up here.
On 82.
Yeah, and then we'll go a few blocks over and then turn left, and that's where my truck is, and that would be a huge help. As long as yeah, good. My cell phone is on that bicycle, so this is great. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I could help you.
My brother's in Gainesville. He's feeling real sick, and I wasn't able to get a hold of him, so I was able to get a hold of you, and I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. A few blocks down, and we'll turn left, and maybe just turn left, like right here, and then we'll turn right, and we'll end up right where we're supposed to be. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, so there it is. There's my truck. We made it.
Right here?
Yeah, my white truck's right up. Not this one. Further up.
That white Chevy?
Yeah, that white Chevy's mine. So, man, Mike, I really appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. You saved my butt.
Come down through there on 343.
Yeah, I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll park.
at me.
Yeah, 343.
I'll give
Okay.
you my number, dude. If you come by, you
Okay.
holler at me.
Okay. Because
We'll get
sometimes I'll park in Forestburg and do a gravel ride that goes all the way to Greenwood, and then
Oh,
it
yeah,
comes
back the other way.
Yeah, but I'll do this loop and it'll go right by where you're saying you live. So
Yeah, you holler at me,
Yeah,
man. You can
okay.
just drop by and visit.
All right. I'll write it down. I'll put it in my phone.
My house
Mike.
is like,
Okay.
I took and tore down a 100-year-old house.
Yeah,
And took
yeah.
all the wood and tore down a barn and took all the wood and went inside this barn and made me a awesome.
I would love to see it.
Unbelievable.
I'll come by on a bike ride and I'll just call.
Yeah, just
What's?
holler
Do you
at me.
mind if I ask your last name?
From
From.
SHRUM.
SHRU. I'll program it into my phone.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Nice meeting you, sir.
Nice meeting you. I just gotta get everything out of
Hey,
here.
buddy.
What's that?
My dad,
Oh.
he had to pee. Awesome. You got to pee?
Nice meeting you too, Possum.
Oh, you got to pee?
Ooh. Thank you. Oh man. Thank you so much, Mike.
Sure.
It's great meeting you.
Not big deal. You have a good
All right,
day.
you have a great rest of your day too. All right, bye-bye.
Careful, bud.
You too. There goes Mike. Man, lucky to meet Mike. Man, that was lucky. Real lucky on my part. Whew. There he goes. Just nice people around here. That guy, he's a good representative of humanity for the area. He's just so nice to have helped me like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the 2023 Muenster Germanfest for me. I only got 23 miles into my bike ride, but I think riding back and being rescued by Mike was just part of the adventure that I really enjoyed today. You just never know what's gonna happen on a ride like this. So we broke down in Forestburg, we met Mike, and he gave us a ride back to Muenster. So I didn't get to show you all the entire ride, but you know, the adventure, it's about the adventure, and today was an adventure. So until next time, y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care, bye-bye.